forged the mountain's heartbeat. The wind whispered secrets around Vayom as he stood at the foot of the ancient mountain, head tilted, eyes closed. He had been listening to this place for years, not with just his ears, but with his entire being. The villagers called it Solin's Peak, but Vayom knew better. He could feel something scurrying beneath its roots, a slow, steady heartbeat that echoed faintly in his bones. Today, something was different. The heartbeat had become a hum. It wasn't just sound, it was vibration, a deep, resonant chant that moved through the earth and into his chest like a drumbeat. Vayom's breath quickened. He had waited lifetimes for this, adjusting the leather strap of his satchel. He took his first step onto the jagged path, climbing toward the source of the song. The ascent was slow and grueling, the air thin and cold, but the hum grew louder with every step. The sound wasn't constant, it pulsed in rhythm, like the inhale and exhale of some ancient being. Moss-covered stones beneath his boots seemed to shift, guiding him upward. Trees leaned close, their branches brushing against his shoulders like they were welcoming him home. Halfway up, Vayom stopped. The hum had stopped. Silence draped itself over the mountain, thick and heavy. He pressed his hand to the ground, feeling for the heartbeat. His fingers trembled. It was there, stronger than ever. And closer. Then the mountainside blinked. A golden, reptilian eye the size of a wagon wheel opened before him, scales blending seamlessly with the rocky surface. Its slit pupil narrowed, locking onto him. The sheer force of its gaze rooted him in place. The hum returned, but this time it was a voice, a sound so deep and ancient it made the air vibrate in his lungs. Words spilled out, dragon language, a rolling, thunderous chant older than the forest itself. The mountain shifted slightly, sending cascades of stone tumbling down its sides. Vayom staggered, but didn't look away. Trees rustled as if bowing, and moss peeled from massive, scaled shoulders. The creature stretched, revealing a colossal form cloaked in roots and greenery. The mountain wasn't a mountain. It was Elunari'thè, the ancient earth dragon, older than empires, older than the rivers winding below. He had slumbered so long that nature itself had crowned him in branches and stone. Elunari'thè's voice filled Vayom's mind like an earthquake rumbling through his skull. You hear me? The words weren't spoken aloud, but their weight reverberated through every cell in his body. Vayom's knees hit the dirt as a tear rolled down his cheek, not from fear, but from the raw magnitude of this presence. The dragon's massive eyes softened, glowing faintly like molten gold in shadow. Few have listened, fewer still. Climb, speak, child of fire and sky. Why do you seek me? Vayom swallowed hard, his voice catching in his throat. Because you've been calling me my whole life. Or the dragon's awakening. Elunari'thè's great head shifted slightly, and a sound like boulders grinding echoed through the mountain. Branches snapped and soil fell in curtains, but his massive body barely moved. He didn't need to, his presence filled everything. Then you have heard true. His voice was not words but resonance. A sound that rattled Vayom's teeth, shook his bones, and sank into his soul. Vayom rose slowly, clutching his chest as if the dragon's hum vibrated his heart itself. I didn't just hear you, he whispered. I felt you like you've been humming in my dreams for years. Elunari'thè's colossal golden eye blinked once, the movement scattering sunlight across the forest canopy. I have watched you since your first breath. The mountain shifted again, this time revealing the faint outline of wings fossilized beneath vines and rock. Elunari'thè had been here for centuries, unmoving, as life grew upon him, an entire ecosystem thriving atop his slumber. The dragon's song. A deep, melodic rumble filled the valley. It wasn't speech, it was dragon song, a chorus so low and ancient that even the trees shivered. Stones on the mountainside pulsed with light, glowing softly, as if resonating with the dragon's voice. Vayom sank to his knees, tears in his eyes, overcome by the power of it. This was not just sound. It was truth vibrating through his very soul. The song carried stories of worlds long gone, of rivers that once ran red with starlight, and of the first fire that birthed dragons. And the dragon fell silent. Climb. The command wasn't loud, it was absolute. Vayom's legs trembled as he rose. The path seemed to shift again, rocks arranging themselves like a stairway. He climbed, heart pounding in rhythm, with Elunari'thè pulse until he stood on a broad ledge directly before the dragon's massive face. The dragon's breath was warm and smelled of earth, rain, and smoke. The eyes studied him closely, glowing brighter with each heartbeat. You have come to know who you are.